Detroit's one of the strongest real estate markets today, offering investors an affordable investment, high cash flow, and a strong opportunity for equity growth and more. In this video, you'll learn about the top 3 factors that make Detroit one of the strongest real estate markets today: affordability, cash flow, and equity growth. In 2016, there were over 110 new development projects unveiled in the Detroit metro area, which represents hundreds of millions of dollars in total investment. President and CEO of the Detroit Economic Growth Corporation, Roderick Miller, said, "Detroit is starting to run on all cylinders. Office vacancy is low, rents continue to climb, housing demand remains strong even as more units come online." Quicken Loans CEO and billionaire Dan Gilbert is one of the 2 billionaires committed to the city's rebirth. In 2010, he moved his company and its 1,700 workers from the suburbs to the downtown area. During the years that followed, his investment firm has invested more than $2 billion in downtown properties. Little Caesars pizza chain owner Mike Ilitch, who died recently at age 87, also had committed to the city's revitalization. The Detroit News reported that the Ilitch family committed to investing $2 billion into dozens of projects in the Midtown area, near the new Little Caesars Arena. Let's take a closer look. In January 2017, the median price of 3-bedroom homes in the Detroit metro area was $166,000. This is 12.7% lower than the national average of $187,000. However, in the neighborhoods where Real Wealth Network members invest, the median price of 3-bedroom homes in January 2017 was only $69,330. This is 63% lower than the national average. This shows us that real estate in Detroit is more affordable than many other U.S. markets today. And this is especially true in the Detroit neighborhoods where Real Wealth Network members are investing. In January 2017, the median monthly rent for 3-bedroom homes in Detroit was $1,359, which is 0.8% of the purchase price of $166,000. So this is slightly higher than the national purchase-to-rent ratio of 0.7%. In Detroit neighborhoods where Real Wealth Network members invest, the median monthly rent for 3-bedroom single-family homes was $892 in January of 2017. This is 1.3% of the purchase price, which is much higher than the national average. It's also higher than any other market offered by Real Wealth Network today. So this shows us that Detroit offers investors a strong opportunity to generate cash flow at a significantly higher rent-to-purchase ratio than the national average. Let's look at equity growth. In January 2012, the median price of 3-bedroom homes in Detroit was $100,000. This means that in the last 6 years, from January 2012 to January 2017, 3-bedroom homes in Detroit have appreciated by a whopping 66%. During the same period, 3-bedroom homes increased only 29% nationwide. And between January 2012 and January 2017, the average rent for 3-bedroom homes in Detroit increased by 13.8%, which is just slightly below the national average of 14.1% during the same period. So this shows us that Detroit property values are appreciating at a higher rate than most U.S. cities today. Let's look at population growth. Since 2010, Detroit's population has only increased 0.03%, and during the same period, the national population grew by 3.9%. In the past year, the number of jobs in Detroit has grown by 1.8%. So this is lower than the U.S. annual job growth rate of 2.3%. Despite very slow growth, the Detroit metro still outperforms similar markets at attracting educated millennials. Likely, this is due to a number of research universities in the area, including Wayne State University.